Hi beautiful people, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Welcome to Nana's Glam World, and today we are going to be doing a makeup tutorial based on earthy colors, which is like greens and browns. And I did get a lot of hate for this makeup look, but I feel like it was just the hair. I did get when I posted the shorts video, because I always do a shorts video before I post the full makeup tutorial. Like, this is the full makeup tutorial, so stay tuned. I did get people commenting that I look like a man in the video. That is just my face structure. There's nothing I can do about it. No hate comments. Anyway guys, welcome back to Nana's Glam World, where I give you a weekly reminder that you should occasionally apply makeup on your face. That is, if you're already not applying makeup on your face, because it can definitely highlight your features, make your features pop, and yes, make you feel like the best version of yourself. Anyway, let's just get into this makeup tutorial. As usual, I always start with my eyebrows, and for eyebrows I have to fill them in. I have to outline them because they are basically non-existent, and I'm using a dark brown pencil for this. And then I'm also going to use a concealer to highlight the features, that is to highlight the brows by applying it under the just right under the eyebrow. And then I'm going to use foundation, because foundation is closer to my skin tone, right above the eyebrows. This is just to make them more visible on my skin tone, because sometimes I might be the same color as the eyebrows. And then next I'm just going to go in with an eyebrow gel, and I normally use the Rimmel Wonderful Brow Gel. It's just a clear brow gel, and that's what I'm doing on this step. If you're not yet subscribed to this channel, make sure that you subscribe to this channel, because I normally do weekly videos on makeup, and I also occasionally do the fashion video, and I also do skincare videos, so you can always check out my playlists for any of those videos. They're linked in my profile page. And then I'm just going to blend all that foundation out so that it can blend into my skin, and also the concealer, using another brush. And then I'll be going on in with this L'Oreal True Match foundation. But before I go in with that foundation, I'm just going to like color correct my face. And if you're my shade of color or darker, even slightly lighter than me, basically if you're like dark brown to dark skin, always use an orange color corrector to correct dark spots on your face. Dark spots, shadows that are not supposed to be there, dark under eye circles, use an orange color corrector. And the orange color corrector that I'm using is the LA Girl Orange Color Corrector. And just make sure that it's blended out thoroughly. So I'm just using this small brush first, and then I will go in with a beauty blender just to make sure that it is blended out evenly. You should not see a stark contrast between the color corrector and your skin tone. So blend. After you are done blending is when you can apply your foundation. And I'm just using the L'Oreal True Match foundation, and that is the shade 9N. And I'm just going to apply it all over my face. I know it's not visible, and it is, I've actually I felt like I needed to add the other shade, which is like 8C, 8R. I've mixed it with the 9N because I feel like that combination mix is the one that usually matches my neck best. It might not match the face skin, but I normally match my foundation to my neck, and as you can see, it matches my neck perfectly. and this foundation is so beautiful on the skin. If you don't have it, I noticed that they changed their packaging or something. I haven't yet gotten the one with the new packaging because the other one still exists. Anywho, right now what I'm doing is that I'm applying concealer, and I've used two different concealers. I've used in the inner corners of my eye, I've used a brighter one. I've used the Rimmel Kind and Free concealer in the shade Tan, and then on the outer corner of my eye, which is a bit darker, I've used the Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the shade Coffee. And then after that, I'm also going to highlight the areas that I want highlighted. That is maybe any deep grooves, you know, above my lip, below my lip, and on my forehead, and also on my nose. That's where I want highlight. When I say highlight, I mean I want it to be more prominent on my face. And then after that, we will wait a couple of minutes, just like 2 minutes, and then we will blend. When you're satisfied with the areas you want highlighted, I'm gonna do the blush in the meantime instead of just waiting. And the blush that I'm using is the She Glam blush. I absolutely love these She Glam blushes. It's the shade Devoted, and it's like a peach shade. So after that is when I will blend, and I will start off. I always like using two tools, as I always say, for blending makeup, and specifically concealer or foundation. I always use two items or two tools. So I always start off with a brush. That way you'll get a flawless, you know, finish. And then after blending with a brush is when I will take a damp beauty blender. Make sure that your beauty blender, you've squeezed out all the water. You don't want excess water. Make sure that it's damp, and then after using the brush, you use the beauty blender. So that way you have a flawless finish, and you also don't feel like you're taking too much time to blend. You know, when you change from a brush to a beauty blender, it feels like you've started a whole new step. And then after blending the concealer is when I will blend the blush. And if I feel that the blush is too light, I'll just add more blush and lead to blush blindness, maybe, who knows. Have you seen all those videos of blush blindness? Especially on TikTok, you'll be shocked. Anyway, I digress. Let's go back to the main agenda of this video, which is this makeup tutorial that is specifically like earthy eyeshadow looks. And I've taken the Maybelline Superstay concealer. That was the shade Honey. It's a very light shade, but it's because the colors that I want to use on my eyes, I want them to be very, very visible on my skin tone. That's why I've used the very light concealer on my eyelids. And the concealer is not just to make the eyeshadow colors more visible. It's also specifically to act as an eyeshadow primer, such that your eyeshadow will last longer, it won't be patchy, and it won't crease on your eyelids when you close your eyes. Okay? Anyway, now I'm doing a weird step, which is like contouring my nose. Now, I know you guys normally find my nose. If you've been following me for a while, I've talked about this. I broke my nose when I was about 6 years old, so it has a little bump that is so difficult to contour. That's why most of my videos, I just avoid contouring my nose at all, because how do you contour a crooked nose? It's a bit odd. So sometimes I just avoid the bump and just contour the nose. But today I've decided to be bold, and I'm also contouring the bump. I don't know what I was thinking, but let's hope that it turns out for the best. Anyway, I'm just trying to blend all that in with that brush first, and then let's hopefully hope that eventually it will be blended out and it will look so crazy. And then I didn't forget, because I'm doing it. I am now going to set my concealer, the concealer that we had initially applied in the areas we wanted highlighted. You have to set it with a powder. so that it does not crease or gather under the folds under your eyes or around your skin, around your mouth. So you just use a setting powder for this step, and I believe I've used the Maybelline Fit Me setting powder in this shade Cappuccino. And then I'm also going to try and, you know, set also my nose contour. It looks weird, that nose contour, but eventually after the video we trust the process. That is what I love to say. That is what everyone loves to say. Anywho, let's continue. The eyeshadow, which was the main thing in this video, I'm just dabbing in a dark brown eyeshadow in the outer corner of my eyes, because this is going to be like a gradient eyeshadow. And that, just tap in, and then now just try and blend it out towards your eyebrows. Now this dark brown only goes in the outer corner of your eyelid. So blend, just like I'm doing with like circular motions in a windshield motion, you know, just the way I'm holding my brush. That way you'd have a perfect blend, and then try and blend towards your eyebrows. Add a little bit of the orange with a small brush, but when it comes to the blending, you want to use a bigger brush like the one I was initially using. And then after that, we are going to apply this pastel green color. I just feel like this is such a cool color. I don't often see people using this color, and if they do, they like just apply it all over the eyelid. But I feel like it could also work with like this gradient. And this is this a pastel green or a mint green? If you're a color expert, let me know in the comment section. So looks to me like both. Looks like a mint green, looks like a pastel green. I am just going to like apply setting powder right at the center of my nose, and then I'm also going to highlight the inner corners of my eyes. But I felt like that highlight was too bright, so I decided to cover it up with the green again, so that just a little bit of highlight is peeking through. And then I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Kajal. This is the Argan Oil Black Kajal, and I'm just going to tightline my waterline using it. And then afterwards, I'm going to drag that dark brown eyeshadow that I used at the top. I'm going to drag it on my lower eyelid just to tie the whole eyeshadow look together. This is a step a lot of people miss, and I feel like it does a lot of difference to the eyeshadow. At least if you don't want your eyeshadow look to look like it's straight from the early 2000s, this is a step you would like to adopt. And then afterwards, I've just put on my eyelashes, and then I'm going to do my lips now. And just trust the process, because at the end of it, we will be looking amazing. At least I'm sure that if you try this makeup look, you will also look amazing. So I've used a dark brown pencil, and I've lined my lips with it. And then I'm just going to go in with this other pencil, which is like a light brown, slightly light brown. And I'm also going to apply it all over my lips, because as I said, this look is supposed to be a bit earthy. And I also just wanted the foundation to like get off my lips, you know, so that at least it can look like my natural lips before I apply the lipstick. So I'm applying this pink lipstick just on top of the brown, and I'm not applying too much because I just want a little bit of color, not too much color. And then after that, I will go in with this Fenty Beauty lip gloss, and this is the shade Hot Chocolate, and I'm going to apply it all over my lips just for the shine. And after that, I think we're almost done with the makeup look. All I need to do is to remove the excess setting powder that I used to set my concealer. Although I'm dabbing more just around the lips just to make them more visible. And then I'm going to remove the excess setting powder, as I said. And also on my nose. Remove it gently using a brush. And then afterwards, I will apply blush. Absolutely love those NYX glow. They're called glow shots. They're eyeshadows, but I love using them as highlighter because they are really shiny. So I'm just going to apply them on my nose, and I try to avoid that bump. So in the hollows, and as you can see, they produce a really nice highlight. And this was the final look, guys. And I know this just made my features pop. That's why I got people saying weird comments like that. But I love the eyeshadow look.